Alright guys, listen up. We're about to embark on a journey, a Delaware journey. Yeah, you heard that right, Delaware. This state might be small, but trust me, it's jam-packed with hidden gems, epic landscapes, and seriously cool places to explore. We're talking beaches, history, art, nature. You name it, Delaware's got it. This isn't just another list, alright? This is the definitive guide to experiencing the best this state has to offer. So, whether you're a local looking for a weekend adventure or planning a road trip and just passing through, buckle up. This is going to be one awesome ride. We're diving headfirst into 30 must-visit places in Delaware you absolutely cannot miss. Let's go. First up, we're kicking things off in Rehoboth Beach, the crown jewel of Delaware's coastline. This place is buzzing, especially in the summer. Think classic boardwalk vibes, sandy beaches stretching as far as the eye can see, and enough restaurants and shops to keep you busy for, well, way longer than a weekend. But here's the thing about Rehoboth. It's not just about the beach. Yeah, the sand is pristine, the water's inviting, but it's the energy, the atmosphere that really makes this place special. You walk down the boardwalk, the air is thick with the smell of salt and funnel cake, kids are screaming on rides, families are strolling, it's just pure summertime bliss. And the food, oh man, the food. We're talking Thrasher's French fries, grotto pizza, Dole's saltwater taffy, classic boardwalk treats that'll take you straight back to your childhood. It's impossible to come to Rehoboth and not leave a few pounds heavier, but trust me, it's worth every single bite. So if you're looking for that quintessential beach town experience, Rehoboth Beach is where it's at. It's got everything you could ever want. Sun, sand, surf, and enough energy to fuel a small city. Don't even think about skipping this one. Alright guys, from the bustling energy of Rehoboth Beach, we're switching gears, heading a few miles south to Cape Henlopen State Park. And let me tell you, this place is different. Don't get me wrong, it's still got those incredible ocean views, but here, nature takes center stage. We're talking miles of hiking and biking trails winding through forests, dunes, and right along the coastline. You can spend hours getting lost in this place, breathing in the fresh air, feeling the wind in your hair, and just disconnecting from everything. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can camp right on the beach. Wake up to the sound of the waves crashing, the smell of salt in the air. It's an experience everyone should have at least once in their life. And don't forget your fishing rod, because the fishing here is legendary. Cape Henlopen is one of those places that reminds you of the raw beauty of nature. It's a place to escape, to recharge, to reconnect with yourself and the world around you. It's a stark contrast to the energy of Rehoboth, but equally as captivating. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Alright guys, picture this. 1,000 acres, a house with 175 rooms, and a collection of antiques that would make your grandma jealous. That's Winterthur, and trust me, it's more than just a museum. This place was once the home of Henry Francis Dupont, a serious collector, and I mean serious. We're talking furniture, art, everything from the 17th to the 19th century. The gardens alone are worth the trip. They're like something out of a fairy tale with winding paths, hidden fountains, and flowers blooming everywhere you look. You could easily spend a whole day just getting lost in this place. And the library? Don't even get me started. It's a bookworm's paradise with thousands of rare volumes and manuscripts. We're talking about a place that's not just about looking at old stuff, it's about understanding how people lived back then. How they decorated their homes, the clothes they wore, the stories they told. It's like taking a time machine back to a different era, and it's pretty awesome. So if you're ever in Delaware, do yourself a favor and add Winterthur to your list. You won't regret it. Okay, so you're in Delaware, right? And you're thinking, I bet I'm about to see some serious American history. Well, buckle up, because Nemours Estate is about to blow your mind. This place is straight out of a French fairy tale. We're talking a 77-room mansion, gardens that go on forever, and fountains that would make the Bellagio jealous. Alfred I. Dupont built this masterpiece for his second wife Alicia, and let me tell you, the man knew how to impress. We're talking marble statues, gilded everything, and a ballroom that's bigger than my entire apartment. But it's not just about the opulence, though there's plenty of that. It's the attention to detail. The perfectly manicured gardens, the intricate carvings, the sheer scale of it all. It's like stepping into a time capsule of American wealth and grandeur. You can almost hear the champagne glasses clinking and the jazz music playing. If you're looking for a dose of history and a whole lot of wow, Nemours Estate is the place to be. Trust me, you'll be talking about this one for years. Alright, let's talk about a place where innovation and history collide. No, I'm not talking about Silicon Valley, I'm talking about the Hagley Museum and Library in Delaware. This place is all about the DuPont family, the gunpowder entrepreneurs who basically shaped American industry. But don't worry, it's way more exciting than a history textbook. We're talking about walking through actual working mills, seeing how they harness the power of the Brandywine River to make gunpowder. You can practically feel the energy of the workers, the ingenuity of the whole operation. And the library. It's not just dusty old books, though they have plenty of those too. It's a treasure trove of documents, photos, and artifacts that tell the story of American innovation. From the early days of gunpowder to the development of nylon and beyond, it's all here. The Hagley Museum isn't just about the past. It's about understanding how innovation happens, how ideas become reality. It's a reminder that progress takes hard work, dedication, and maybe a little bit of gunpowder. So, if you're looking for a museum that's both educational and inspiring, Hagley is the place to be. Trust me, you'll walk away with a whole new appreciation for the power of human ingenuity. Alright guys, if you're craving some nature and history, Brandywine Creek State Park is where it's at. This place is like stepping into a Bob Ross painting but with better trails. Seriously, lace up your boots because we're talking miles of trails winding through these lush forests. And the views? Don't even get me started. You'll be looking out over the Brandywine Valley like you own the place. Just maybe don't tell anyone I said that. But beyond the scenery, there's this cool historical vibe here. You've got old mills from the 1700s, remnants of the area's industrial past. It's like a history lesson and a nature walk all rolled into one. So, charge up your cameras and get ready to explore. Brandywine Creek State Park, you don't want to miss it. Next up, we're hitting the beach. But hold on, this isn't your typical crowded boardwalk scene. Delaware Seashore State Park is all about those chill vibes. Imagine miles of pristine coastline, the waves crashing on the shore, and you, just kicking back and soaking it all in. This is the spot for some serious relaxation. Whether you're into building sandcastles, casting a line for some fishing, or just working on your tan, this place has got you covered. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, rent a kayak and explore the inlets. You might even spot some dolphins, no joke. It's like stepping into a postcard, but better because you can actually feel the sand between your toes. So, grab your sunscreen, pack a picnic, and get ready for some serious beach bliss. Alright, adrenaline junkies, this one's for you. Buckle up because we're heading to the Dover International Speedway, also known as the Monster Mile. This place is a mecca for NASCAR fans, and let me tell you, the energy here is electric. We're talking roaring engines, cars flying by at breakneck speeds, and a crowd that's completely losing their minds. Even if you're not a die-hard racing fan, you can't deny the excitement of witnessing this kind of raw power and skill. And hey, if you're feeling brave, stick around for the burnout contest. It's pure smoky chaos in the best way possible. So, grab your earplugs, put on your game face, and get ready for an experience that'll leave you breathless. This is Dover International Speedway, where speed reigns supreme. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to go supersonic. This isn't your average dusty museum. The Air Mobility Command Museum is a hangar full of history, a tribute to the giants that rule the sky. We're talking massive cargo planes, sleek fighter jets, helicopters that could lift a house. You name it, they've probably got it. And the best part is, you can get up close and personal with these metal birds. You can practically smell the jet fuel. Imagine yourself in the cockpit. Feel the weight of history on your shoulders. They've even got exhibits where you can learn about the brave men and women who flew these machines, the missions they undertook, the sacrifices they made. It's humbling, it's inspiring, and it's a must-see for anyone who's ever looked up at a plane and felt that pang of wonder. So yeah, if you're even remotely interested in aviation, history, or just seeing some seriously cool machines, add the Air Mobility Command Museum to your Delaware hit list. Trust me, you won't regret it. Let's be real, sometimes museums can be a little stuffy, you know? But the Delaware Art Museum, this place is different. It's got this cool modern vibe, and the collection? Let me tell you, it's surprisingly diverse. You've got your classic American art, sure, but then they hit you with these incredible illustrations, graphic novels even, stuff you wouldn't expect. And then there's the pre-Raphaelite collection. Now, I'll admit I didn't know much about this movement before, but these paintings, they're like stepping into a dream. The detail, the colors, the emotion, it's seriously captivating. They've even got events, workshops, things that make art accessible, not just something you stare at behind a velvet rope. The Delaware Art Museum, it's proof that art can be for everyone, whether you're a seasoned critic or just starting to explore. So, ditch the preconceived notions, grab a friend, and go get inspired. Alright, listen up nature lovers, this one's for you. Imagine this, miles of untouched wetlands, the sun rising over the marsh, the air filled with the sounds of birdsong. That's Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge in a nutshell. It's a sanctuary, not just for the incredible variety of birds that call this place home, but for anyone who needs a break from the concrete jungle. We're talking serious bird watching here, people. Bring your binoculars, your telephoto lens, your bird identification book. This is the real deal. But even if you can't tell a heron from a hawk, the serenity of this place is enough to soothe the soul. Walk the trails, breathe in the fresh air, and just let the peace of nature wash over you. Trust me, in a world that's constantly demanding our attention, Bombay Hook is a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful experiences are the ones that happen in silence. So, unplug, unwind, and reconnect with the natural world. You won't regret it. Alright, we're sailing into Lewes, Delaware, and let me tell you, this place is steeped in history. Founded in 1631, it's actually one of the oldest settlements in the U.S. Yeah, you heard that right, older than America itself. This place is like stepping back in time, with cobblestone streets and houses that look like they've seen centuries. But don't let that fool you. Lewes has this cool mix of old and new. You got your trendy boutiques next to antique shops and some seriously good eats, from fresh seafood to, whatever you're feeling. Now, if you're like me and love a good beach day, you gotta check out Lewes Beach. Picture this. Soft sand, calm waves, perfect for just chilling, soaking up the sun. You know the drill. Plus, the sunsets here, forget about it. They're the kind that make you just want to sit there and reflect on life, man. And hey, if you're into lighthouses, the Delaware Breakwater East End Light is right here. It's iconic, and you can even take a tour. Trust me, this town is a hidden gem. You're gonna love it. Alright, buckle up because we're heading to Fort Delaware State Park, and this place is straight out of a history book. We're talking Civil War history, folks, and you're gonna feel it the second you step on Peapatch Island. Yeah, that's right, the fort is on an island, so we're taking a ferry. Pretty cool, right? This fort has seen it all, man. It was a prisoner of war camp back in the day, and they even do reenactments, so you can really imagine what it was like back then. Walking through the barracks, seeing the cannons, it's heavy stuff, but super important to remember this history. But hey, it's not all serious history here. The island itself is beautiful, with nature trails and amazing views of the Delaware River. Pack a picnic, do some bird watching, enjoy the peace after exploring the fort. And here's a pro tip, check the schedule because they have special events all the time. Trust me, this place is more than just a fort, it's an experience. Alright guys, if you're looking for that classic chill beach town vibe, Bethany Beach is where it's at. This place is all about family fun, relaxing on the beach and just soaking up those good vibes. Think sandcastle building, frisbee throwing, maybe even a little paddle boarding. The beach itself is pristine, that soft white sand that you just want to sink your toes into. And the boardwalk? Forget about it. It's lined with cute shops, ice cream parlors, all the good stuff. You can easily spend a whole day just wandering around, grabbing some saltwater taffy and people watching. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, rent a bike and explore the town. They have these awesome bike paths that wind through the dunes and along the coast. It's the perfect way to get some exercise and enjoy the scenery. Look, Bethany Beach is all about slowing down, enjoying the simple things, and just having a good time. It's the kind of place where you can truly unwind and reconnect with yourself and your family. Trust me, this is what a beach vacation is all about. Alright guys, we're talking beaches again because, let's face it, you can't have enough beach days. Fenwick Island State Park. This place is different. Less crowded, more chill. This is where you go to escape the crowds and just vibe with the ocean. We're talking miles of coastline, perfect for, well, everything. Swimming obviously, kayaking if you're feeling adventurous, or just planting yourself in the sand and soaking up the sun. Trust me, it's the kind of place that makes you forget about everything else and just breathe, and because it's Delaware, you know it's beautiful. Clean beaches, clear water, the works. It's the kind of beauty that makes you want to whip out your phone and start snapping pics, but also makes you want to put the phone down and just be present. So yeah, Fenwick Island State Park. Add it to your list. You won't regret it. Alright, history buffs, this one's for you. We're at the John Dickinson Plantation, the home of one of America's founding fathers, the penman of the Revolution himself. This isn't just some dusty old house though, this place is a time capsule. Walking through these halls is like walking in John Dickinson's footsteps. You can practically feel the history. You learn about his life, his ideas, his impact on the birth of this nation. And it's not just about him. You see how life was back then for everyone. The good, the bad, and everything in between. It's a reality check, you know? We take our freedom for granted so easily. Being here reminds you of the sacrifices that were made, the battles that were fought. It's humbling, really. So yeah, if you're ever in Delaware, make the time for John Dickinson Plantation. It's more than just a history lesson. It's an experience. Okay, get ready for some serious charm overload because we're in Old Newcastle, Delaware. This place is like stepping into a time machine. Cobblestone streets, historic buildings, that old world charm that you just don't find much anymore. It's the kind of place that makes you want to slow down, wander around and just soak it all in. And the views? Don't even get me started on the views. The Delaware River shimmering in the background, sailboats gliding by. It's like something out of a painting. You can easily spend a day just wandering through the streets, checking out the shops, grabbing a bite to eat at a local cafe. There's history around every corner here. You can feel it in the bricks, in the air, and it's not just some stuffy museum-like history. This is living, breathing history. You can practically hear the echoes of the past. So yeah, Old Newcastle, Delaware, mark it down, put it on your list. This place is a must-see. Alright, we're heading to the Wilmington Riverfront, and let me tell you, this place is a vibe. You've got that city energy, but right on the water, which is always a win in my book. Think walking paths, restaurants, museums, the whole 9 yards. Seriously, the riverfront is where it's at if you want to experience Wilmington's revitalized energy. It's a mix of old and new industrial charm with modern design. You can feel the city's history here, but there's also this sense of progress, of moving forward. And for all you parents out there, don't worry, I got you. They've got the Delaware Children's Museum right here on the riverfront, so you can get your culture fix, the kids can go wild, everybody wins. Look, I'm all about exploring new places, and the Wilmington Riverfront doesn't disappoint. It's the kind of place you stumble upon and think, alright, I could get used to this. Okay, you wouldn't believe it, but we're about to get back to nature. Right in the middle of the city. No, seriously, the Russell W. Peterson Wildlife Refuge. This place is like a hidden oasis. We're talking trails, wetlands, woods, the works. And the crazy part is, it's just minutes from downtown. You could be navigating city streets 1 minute and the next you're surrounded by birdsong and trees. It's wild. And the best part, this place is all about accessibility. They've got boardwalks, paved paths, you name it. It's all about making nature accessible to everyone, which I can totally get behind. So, if you're looking for a break from the concrete jungle, trust me, the Russell W. Peterson Wildlife Refuge is where it's at. It's a reminder that you don't have to go far to find peace and quiet, even in the heart of a city. Alright, plant lovers, this one's for you. Mount Cuba Center, this place is a botanical garden on another level. We're talking acres upon acres of native plants, all meticulously designed and cared for. I'm talking rolling hills, serene ponds, hidden pathways. It's the kind of place that just makes you want to breathe deep and soak it all in. And the best part is, they're all about conservation and education. They're constantly doing research and teaching people about the importance of native plants. It's not just about looking pretty, it's about preserving biodiversity and protecting our ecosystems. Honestly, whether you're a hardcore gardener or just appreciate a good view, Mount Cuba Center is worth a visit. It's a reminder that nature is pretty damn amazing and we need to do everything we can to protect it. Alright guys, next up on our Delaware adventure, we're diving deep into the Delaware Museum of Nature and Science. This place is like a time machine, taking you from the age of dinosaurs to the ecosystems of today. You walk in and bam, giant dinosaur skeletons. I'm talking T-Rex, Triceratops, the whole crew. It's like stepping onto the set of Jurassic Park, minus the whole being chased by dinosaurs thing, hopefully, but it's not all about the dinos. They've got these incredible exhibits on everything from the human body to the depths of the ocean. You can literally spend hours here just soaking it all in. Trust me, I know from experience. And if you're anything like me, you're gonna love the hands-on stuff. They have this whole interactive area where you can touch real fossils, explore a model ecosystem, and even build your own volcano. Science! From dinosaurs to divas, this is Delaware, baby. We're hitting up the Grand Opera House in Wilmington, a place dripping with history and elegance. Seriously, this building has seen it all. Built back in the 1870s, this place has hosted everyone from vaudeville acts to Broadway legends. You walk in and you can feel the energy, the ghosts of performances past. It's electric. And the shows? Don't even get me started. From Broadway hits to stand-up comedy, from classical concerts to cutting-edge dance, there's something here for everyone. So ditch the Netflix and get yourself down here for a night of pure entertainment. Trust me, there's nothing like experiencing the arts in a venue this grand. Alright adventurers, get ready to trade your hiking boots for kayaks because we're heading deep into the heart of Trap Pond State Park. This place is like stepping into another world. We're talking about a cypress swamp, people. Think Spanish moss hanging from ancient trees, mysterious waterways reflecting the sky, and this incredible sense of peace and tranquility. But don't let the serenity fool you, this place is teeming with life. We're talking turtles basking on logs, birds singing in the trees, and maybe even a gator or two lurking beneath the surface. Just kidding. Maybe. Whether you're paddling through the swamp, casting a line for base, or just soaking it all in from the hiking trails, Trap Pond State Park is a must-see for any nature lover visiting Delaware. Alright guys, we're heading out of the city and into some serious nature. We're talking about Newark Reservoir, a hidden gem in Delaware. You know those places that just make you want to grab your camera and go full-on time-lapse mode? This is one of those places. Trust me, I've been all over from the streets of New York to the deserts of Dubai, and there's something special about a place that can just silence the noise and let you breathe. This isn't just about pretty scenery though, we're talking miles of walking trails, perfect for clearing your head after a long day of, well, anything. Get those steps in, feel the burn, and enjoy the view. I'm all about finding those hidden pockets of peace and quiet in a world that never seems to stop. This is one of them. Newark Reservoir, guys. Check it out. Let's talk about time travel, guys. No, I haven't figured out how to build a DeLorean, but this is the next best thing. We're at the Cape Henlopen Estate, and let me tell you, this place oozes history. Imagine stepping onto a property where time seems to stand still. The architecture, the gardens, it's like stepping into a storybook. You can practically feel the presence of the past here. And speaking of the gardens, wow, we're not talking about your average backyard flower beds here. These are meticulously designed landscapes bursting with color and life. It's the kind of place that makes you want to grab a sketchbook and just capture the beauty. Whether you're a history buff, an architecture enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates a damn good story, the Cape Henlopen Estate is a must-see. Alright guys, let's switch gears and talk about something that always gets my creative juices flowing: art. And not just any art, we're talking about the Delaware Contemporary, a place where creativity knows no bounds. I'm all about pushing boundaries, trying new things, and this museum gets it. We're talking about constantly rotating exhibits, fresh perspectives, and art that makes you think. This isn't your stuffy, traditional art museum. This is a place where you can wander through galleries, let your mind wander, and maybe even discover something new about yourself. If you're looking for inspiration, a break from the ordinary, or just a place to soak up some serious artistic energy, add the Delaware Contemporary to your list. Alright, so you think Delaware's all beaches and boardwalks? Think again. We're headed to the Biggs Museum of American Art in downtown Dover. This place is like a time capsule of creativity. Furniture, paintings, sculptures, you name it. They've got pieces from way back in the 1700s all the way up to stuff being made today. Now I know what you're thinking, museums kinda stuffy, right? Not this one. The Biggs Museum is all about making art accessible. They've got these cool, interactive exhibits and they're always hosting events and workshops. You could spend hours just getting lost in the details of each piece. And hey, even if you're not an art aficionado, the building itself is worth the trip. It's this beautiful old bank with these soaring ceilings and massive columns. It's like stepping back in time. Trust me, the Biggs Museum is one of those hidden gems that'll surprise you. So whether you're an art buff or just looking for something different to do, put this place on your list. You might just discover your new favorite artist. Okay folks, time to trade in the city vibes for some good old-fashioned fresh air. We're headed just outside Wilmington to the Ashland Nature Center. Now, this isn't your average walk in the park. This place is over 400 acres of pure Delaware wilderness. We're talking forests, meadows, ponds, the whole 9 yards. You can hike for miles, go bird watching, even learn how to identify all sorts of crazy plants. It's like stepping into a whole other world, just minutes from the city. And the best part, this place is all about education. They've got these awesome programs for kids and adults, teaching you all about the local ecosystem. You can learn about everything from composting to beekeeping. It's pretty rad. So, whether you're a seasoned hiker or just looking to escape the concrete jungle for a bit, Ashland Nature Center is the place to be. It's a reminder that sometimes, the best adventures are right in your own backyard. Stick around, we're about to dive into some serious Delaware history. Alright guys, we're on stop number 29 of this epic journey through Delaware. And let me tell you, this one's a little different. We're at the Blue Ball Barn, and no, it's not some hipster art installation. This place is legit history. We're talking about a time when Delaware wasn't about beaches and boardwalks, but about agriculture. This barn, man, it's seen it all. Think about it. Generations of farmers hard at work, the changing seasons, the whole cycle of life, all playing out right here. Inside, it's like stepping back in time. Antique farm equipment, old photos, the smell of hay and leather, it's all incredibly well preserved. You can practically hear the echoes of the past, you know? It's like those old stories your grandpa used to tell suddenly come to life. So, if you're looking for a break from the beach and want to tap into the real heart of Delaware, the Blue Ball Barn is it. It's a reminder that beneath all the modern stuff, there's a rich history here, just waiting to be discovered. This is Prime Hook National Wildlife Refuge, and trust me, it's a nature lover's dream. We're talking thousands of acres of pristine wetlands, forests, and dunes. You've got migratory birds stopping by from all over the continent, deer wandering through the underbrush. It's wild. Bring your binoculars because you never know what you're going to see. There are miles of hiking trails winding through the refuge, so you can really immerse yourself in this place. Get lost in the quiet, listen to the wind rustling through the reeds, breathe in that fresh, salty air. This is the kind of place where you can truly disconnect from the noise of everyday life and just be present. It's a good reminder that sometimes the most incredible experiences are the simplest ones. Just you and the natural world. And that's a wrap on Delaware. 30 amazing places, each one unique and unforgettable. I hope this journey has inspired you to get out there and explore this little state that has so much to offer. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on our future adventures. We've got a lot more ground to cover, and I can't wait to share it all with you. Until next time, peace out.